Boredom? It's a feeling most of us avoid, a state of mind we consider a waste of time or signal that something is actually wrong. We don't want to be bored, we want to be entertained each and every day. Smartphones, social media, and streaming services, these tools exist to distract us, to keep us more, perpetually stimulated. But what if boredom wasn't the enemy we think it is? What if instead, boredom was one of the most valuable tools we have for achieving success? Boredom has a bad reputation. It's uncomfortable and can leave us feeling restless. But what if I told you that discomfort is actually a signal? Researchers have actually found that boredom is a crucial part of our psychological toolbox. It pushes us to evaluate our current situation, question whether it's meaningful or not meaningful, and seek something more rewarding. Without it, we might just get stuck in an unproductive routine, missing out on opportunities for growth, creativity, and innovation. Think about this for a moment. Some of the most transformative inventors in history were born out of boredom. The monotony of their work forced people to think differently and come up with new solutions. The same principle applies today. When we allow ourselves to be bored, we create space for new ideas to emerge. Neuroscientists call this the default mode network, a mental state that activates when we let our thoughts drift. It's when we daydream, brainstorm, and reflect deeply. It's also where some of our most creative and groundbreaking ideas are born. Consider this: how many of your best ideas have come to you when you're in the shower, maybe on a long walk, or while really just staring out the window? Look at the birdie. These are the moments when your mind has time to actually wander. Without constant input of information or distractions, your brain has the freedom to actually connect the dots in ways it doesn't when you're actually busy or doing a task or consuming content. See, boredom isn't a waste of time. It's a pathway to creativity and innovation. But boredom does more than just spark creativity. It's also a motivator. When we feel bored, we naturally want to escape this feeling. This discomfort can push us to take new action, whether that means pushing a new goal, solving a problem, or exploring new interests. Boredom acts like a compass, redirecting us toward activities that align us with our deeper values and inspirations. It's no surprise then that many of the world's most famous and successful people value the role of boredom in their lives. Take Bill Gates, for example. Gates famously takes think weeks, where he isolates himself from the distractions of the daily life to actually read, to reflect, and brainstorm. These periods of intentional boredom allow him to focus on the bigger picture, generating ideas that have actually shaped his career and his philanthropic efforts. Another example is Warren Buffett, who spends a large part of his day simply just thinking. Buffett understands that stepping away from the constant activity is essential for making better decisions and spotting opportunities. Others might actually miss these opportunities where Buffett can actually see them by being bored. Leaders like Gates and Buffett both recognize that this boredom isn't a problem to solve. No, it's a resource to actually cultivate uncertainty. Unfortunately, in today's hyper-connected world, we're losing our ability to be actually bored. Social media and smartphones have made it easier than ever to escape these quiet moments. The second we feel a flicker of restlessness, we reach for our device. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, Facebook are designed to actually hold our attention and keep us scrolling. But while these tools may fill the void of boredom, only temporarily, they rob us of something much more valuable: the chance to reflect, to create, and innovate. Recent studies actually show that the overuse of technology can lead to social media fatigue. This is the mental exhaustion that comes from constantly engaging with information and these notifications. Pop, 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 pop. When we turn to social media to avoid boredom, we might think we're being productive or staying connected. But in reality, we're overwhelming our brains instead of allowing our minds to enter that default mode network where deep thinking actually happens. We're bombarding ourselves with content that adds little value to our lives. Over time, this habit not only stifles creativity, but also makes it harder to tolerate stillness, creating a vicious cycle of overstimulating and mental fatigue. Consider the average person's daily habits. How often do we instinctively check our phone during a lull in a conversation, while waiting in line maybe, or even during meals? This constant engagement might seem harmless at first, but it comes at a cost. By filling every spare moment with distractions, we're depriving ourselves of the actual mental space needed for innovation and problem solving. Now, you might be wondering, if boredom is this untapped wonder with no downside at all, why are people sitting around doing nothing all day long? Well, boredom can become something negative, but only when boredom becomes chronic or poorly managed. In its healthy, transient form, boredom is a natural motivator. It pushes us to seek meaningful engagement and drives us toward activities that actually align with our goals. But then, you have to take action for those drives. Don't use this as an excuse to be actually lazy. Now let's look at the balance between technology and boredom. Technology isn't inherently bad. No, it's not. It's how we use it that actually matters. When we allow digital distractions to dominate our lives, we miss out on the benefits of boredom. But when we set boundaries, we can use technology as a tool while giving ourselves the space to reflect and grow. Now, for example, instead of reaching for your phone each and every time, next time you're bored, actually try sitting with the discomfort, letting your mind actually wander. You might be surprised by the insights that come up. How interesting. Trying it now. Alternatively, you can schedule intentional downtime into your day. Take a walk, journal, or simply sit quietly. This is a great time for meditation. These moments of disconnection are where the magic actually happens. Leaders in particular can benefit from embracing boredom. Success in business often requires stepping back from the noise of daily operations to focus on the bigger picture. By carving out time to reflect, leaders can tap into a creative potential of boredom and make better decisions. Imagine a workplace culture that embraces employees to take breaks, disconnect from distractions, and spend time thinking deeply. These pauses could actually lead to groundbreaking ideas and improve productivity. Boredom isn't just about personal growth, it's also about collective innovation. When organizations create space for their teams to reflect and brainstorm, they're investing in the future. They're fostering an environment where creativity can actually thrive and blossom, where problems can be solved in new ways, and where people feel empowered to think beyond the immediate tasks at hand. So what can we do to reclaim boredom in our own lives? The first step is to set boundaries with technology. Turn off notifications, limit your time on social media, and designate certain hours as device-free. Next, create moments of intentional disconnection. This could mean going for a walk without your phone, practicing mindfulness, or simply allowing yourself to sit quietly. Finally, give yourself permission to do nothing. And yes, I mean, do nothing.
Hello there.
It might feel uncomfortable at first, but over time, you begin to see the benefits. See, boredom might not feel pleasant at first, not at all, but it's an essential part of human experience. It's just a signal to pause, to reflect, to pivot. It's where creativity is actually born and where meaningful growth begins. In a world that's constantly vying for our attention all day long, every second, learning to embrace boredom is more important than ever before. So the next time that you feel bored, resist the urge to distract yourself. Instead, lean into it. Let your mind actually wander. Explore your thoughts. You never know what breakthrough actually might happen while waiting on the other side. What's your experience with boredom? Have you noticed how it impacts your creativity or decision making? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my profile for more content on leadership, mindset, and personal growth. Together, let's elevate humanity one post, one step, and yes, even one moment of boredom at a time.